Okay, we're going to talk about 2025. Why am I picking that number? I'll explain in a moment. We're going to talk about that coming future. Future is always coming, isn't it? It never gets here because we're always in the present moment. So what's happening right now that's going to change us in the next couple years? What is the tipping point? I want to explain how this works because you absolutely have so much control over this. And we have a lot to look forward to. Let's go. Welcome to Landria, Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears and live an amazing life. Come on over. I'm coaching people on how to break through fear. Why do we need to break through fear? People are walking around in fear. They're doing it on an extreme level. Fear's great when you're going to jump out of a plane and parachute. Yay, it's thrilling. Fear's great when you go to a scary movie. And even when you go home and you won't let your feet dangle over the bed, right? What's up with that? We love it. We're addicted to it. And then we go back and do it again. Yeah, that's the kind of fear that can make life exciting. It's built into the human experience. Now, what happens when we take it too far? We have to learn how to break through it. So that's why I teach break through fear. Why? Through? Not eliminate? Because if you can't eliminate something that's built into a program that we agreed to, we want to experience it. We want to experience loss and sadness and trials and tribulations so that we can master them. It's it. So we are not on a prison planet, and we are not set for destruction. However, everything is a choice. Now I want to mention, talk today about 2025. Why am I picking that? Because it's come up many times with remote viewers, and just recently coming up a lot that something's really going to shift in that year. And it could take us to something really unbelievably amazing. Now, why are we looking only 2 years ahead? It's 2023 as of this video, because no one person can predict the future in stone. It doesn't exist in stone. It's a moving target depending on the choices we make at this moment. So if we all change our mind and decide not to carry plastic around and pollute the planet or take pharmaceuticals that we don't need to, sometimes you've got to do some things that are beneficial to us, but we've gone to the extremes, right? And so we have to look at how we've been living, and if we choose to change it, and we learn, and we take the teachings that we came here and use them and triumph and turn everything around, we have an amazing ending to our story. Right? You are the creator, director, producer, you're everything. We are the one. The one is the writer, the player, and also gets to write that ending. So we are changing it at every moment, and that's why so many people have not been able to predict our future accurately. At the moment, that's how things existed at that snapshot. You can change anything, including your own current situation. I'm going to tell you something about that situation. It must be focused on this. Raising the frequency of the planet, one light being at a time. If you do not focus 100% on this, you will be in individualism, separation, blame, and a same old that has kept us in the same crap. We're swimming in our own toilet. Yeah, we got to clean it up. What is that? Same mind that created the problem cannot solve the problem? We need to solve the problem. We have to shift our mindset, and that means I am 100% in control of my thoughts, my actions, and the change on this planet. And it is no one else's fault. They are part of the teachings that I get to look at and realize that they are light beings equal to everyone. There is no one below you, nor above you. The 2025 year that I'm mentioning has come up with remote viewers as something very major that's going to happen, and none of them involved destruction of the planet or wars. None of them. Not one prediction came back. No one in remote viewing. If you know what that is, that's when people get trained on seeing certain things that they can draw pictures of where military bases are or where a lost child is or whatever. It's usually set in the present moment. Well, when they try to remote view the future, it was all over the board, and they realized we cannot know our future because it does change. So they stopped trying to predict the future because your own thoughts and beliefs affect that also. So even if somebody's predicting your future, you go to a psychic, their thoughts and beliefs will taint that, and their interpretation will. This is why you are the best source for this. You are the creator, and you create your own reality, and you contribute to the collective at the same time. So we experience something together, but you may go through the next few years of your life and just think it's the most amazing transformational time on the planet. Somebody else might say we're in hell on earth. Somebody else will say we're going into heaven. Look at what I've done. Because they made individual choices, even though they see things going around them, that other people's choices. But then they use that as the teachings to evolve themselves. Does this make sense? Nothing ever has to torture you. You never have to suffer again. Suffering is when you battle that out there. So the tipping point is that we are already doing that, and within the next 2 years you're going to see some massive changes because we are taking so much action right now. I'm seeing with pollution, with our health, all of these things. I'm seeing a massive push to being more natural and talking openly about it. You've got to look at it because you're totally in control of changing all of it. So in other words, you've got another year, I'd say, before you're going to see some real, repercussions from that. Everything you do and think and believe always exists. So we're going to go into that. We're accelerating, and you're going to see in 2024, you're going to start to see a lot of the big changes with everything that doesn't work. It's dissolving. Don't be blaming it. You're totally capable of anything. There is always a way, and you have assistance all the time, but no one or no thing, this space is not space, it's all intelligence, can interfere with your free will. That's the whole game, is your decisions. So you get to make those, start doing them. 2025, you will now then see from 2024 the tipping point towards some very positive changes. All right, some big ones, and other things are going to dissolve that'll make some people very uncomfortable because a lot of egos are going to want to hang on to things. And as I say, the ego will fight harder. The ones that are not connected to what they are, and they're so connected to the material world, are going to be the people that panic and do stupid stuff. It's not going to affect anybody else because they know that we're always okay. As a community, we will make things work. We're going to come together more as a community. We're going to create new foundations for that new earth that we talk about all the time. And that's all it is. We will live in a different dimension right here, aware of everything and everybody else. You don't disappear. Your family doesn't disappear. You won't. You're going to be here, but you will feel differently. You will think differently. You will experience something completely different. Your reality is going to be different, and no one can tell you different. You could be standing there smiling, saying, "Oh my God, this is amazing," and everybody go, "Oh, they're delusional." Nope, they are choosing a different reality, a different vibration, different frequency, I should say. All right, we're all dense. You don't get out of that. You're a human. Play it out beautifully, my friend. That's the game. So 2025, you're going to see some really big noticeable changes in a lot of areas, and new inventions, new foundations, new organizations, new movements that are going to be very prominent in our society that people will be very aware of. It's not going to be these little charities and things back here. They're going to be coming to the forefront because that's the only thing that's going to keep us on track and going into that wonderful new space of the golden era that is unwinding. Like, let's say we're unwinding all the other stuff going into this. It is happening, but not if you don't choose it. So what is my response? What are my thoughts? What are my actions? And am I in fear? If I'm in fear, then maybe you need to get your buns over here and take some of my courses, or this is all kinds of free stuff, and deprogram that negative thinking, because we have been programmed by society, by parents and schools and all that other stuff, but you can't blame them anymore. I'm sorry. You don't get off the hook with that. You're an equal, powerful light being. You are the one, the source of all things, as is everybody else. All equal, all powerful, all light, all just exploring, expanding, transforming. That's all it is. Celebrate it. Know this. And know that there's an ending there that you get to write. And that's why you will never get a clear-cut answer from anybody who's going to predict, because we can speed it up. We can change things. And so the more you focus and the more people that listen to this video share it, the more we can take ourselves into that heaven on earth, that new earth that I know you want to live. It's not going to be one without challenges, but they won't cause suffering anymore. We don't want to go to that space. And fear, we're going to keep it in check. A nice balance. The fun kind, you know, when you get on a roller coaster down that first hill. All right, so I hope that you will subscribe. Please subscribe and click that bell, and it will remind you. Sometimes it, you know, clears things out. It's been clearing things out the last few months. And so you might have to resubscribe. Click the bell. It'll let you know when I have another video coming out. And then these are free videos, online businesses we're creating. Kind of really cool. I'm one of the coaches over there. And we're just helping people be amazing and create whatever lives they want. No more judgment. Just do it. Don't do it. You know, shut your pie hole if you don't like something. Bless it and move on. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. Namaste.